guys, welcome to Save Continue podcast. My name is Shanae Howard. This is Tommy Shelby.
Hi.
Ryan Robinson.
Hey, I really hope that you weren't recording when I said that last thing that I said.
No, I don't think I was.
Okay.
And if I was, you can cut that out.
Yeah, but I won't. Yeah, integrity, you know.
Sure.
So,
Allergies, man.
what's new
Maybe
with
that's what it is.
what's new with you guys? Anything exciting?
No, not really. I mean, same as it ever was, I guess.
That's a good song.
Yeah, same as it ever was. Yeah. Nothing too new.
Yeah.
Sorry if that's boring.
Huh?
I'm a boring dude.
I mean,
You are. Facts.
I could tell you what's new with me, but you wouldn't care for it. But I will say this. I'm sick. Or maybe it's allergies. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just know that I feel crappy.
Yeah.
Well,
we appreciate you being here, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks.
Shut up. Actually, hold on. I've been playing Switch. I never really played Switch that much before.
Yeah.
And now I'm playing Switch a little bit. And it's kind of neat.
Which plane?
So I tried a little bit of Golf Story.
That's a good game.
I think that I mentioned like a couple of months ago that I kind of dipped my toe in it, but I also mentioned that I didn't get a lot of the jokes, or not the jokes, but like the way that they talk in that game.
A lot of Americans would not.
But the golf aspect of Golf Story is quite fun.
Yeah.
I like a good solid golf game. I've also been really into fishing games lately. I don't know where that's coming from because I've never gone fishing. Well, I've gone fishing I
like Sega bass fishing.
Yeah, you caught that butte.
Yeah.
But I've been on the hunt for.
Yeah.
I've been on the hunt for like a good fishing game, and know what I found? I actually bought a fishing game last week or
Final
so.
Fantasy 15.
Well, no, I had that game.
The VR one, the VR fishing one.
No, I don't. No, listen, Tommy.
Let him finish.
Yeah, let me finish. So I found that the fishing in games where it's like a mini game or side activity has turned out to be better than the fishing in dedicated fishing games.
Yeah.
Or not better, but I should say more entertaining to me.
More than Sega bass fishing.
I haven't played Sega Fast Fishing.
Okay.
But I've played. You know what I played? I played a game called Rapala Pro Fishing, made by the people who make Rapala stuff.
Yeah.
And that was not nearly as fun as the fishing in Red Dead 2, not nearly as fun as the fishing in Final Fantasy 15, or even as fun as the fishing in Stardew Valley.
Guilty Gear Xrd has fishing. Well, Revelator anyway. I've not done it yet though.
In what context? Like, what? Am I mistaken as to what kind of game that is?
It's a fighting game.
That has fishing.
When does it afford you the opportunity to go fishing?
In the lobbies.
Ah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Give you a little something to do. Does the fishing serve any purpose besides entertainment?
You can get like unlocks and stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Doesn't Nier Automata have fishing? Did I hear that?
It does. It's actually really weird too.
Like, how do you
because you get like this like holographic chair that like pops up, you know? And then like your pod is what you use to fish with. So like you throw your pod, like bobs up and down. It's weird.
That's kind of cool. Yakuza has some decent fishing.
And then
in
you
it
can
too.
catch fish that if you eat, you die and it's game over.
Is that one of the?
Are they like
does an
puffer
ending
fish?
unlock like that?
There is a ending for that yet.
Cool.
Like, is it obvious that it's a poisonous fish?
I think it tells you that you shouldn't eat it if you read the description, but I think it just
Okay.
comes up as mackerel or something like that.
But yeah,
It's
I've been
bad mackerel.
fishing
Or
in video
androids,
games is fun. Fishing in real life, I couldn't say if it's fun or not. It seems less fun because there's
I've
more
been
work.
deep sea fishing. It was okay.
Let's do a podcast fishing trip.
I mean,
I mean, if you're buying, sure.
yeah. If you're paying for everything, then I'm down. But
I'll buy you
No.
a souvenir,
No.
like a starfish ashtray.
I'll buy you one of those. I'll buy you one of those singing bass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yar.
Yeah. What
I
like
know,
push
I
the
want-
button and it dances and
No,
sings
I
a
want
little
Billy
tune.
Bass. I want the OG.
Sure.
William Bass.
Please.
William Bass Sr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been up to. Just fighting games and fishing games. That's me. That's been my life.
Yeah. By the time this airs, one of my really, really close friends is gonna stop by and visit, and I'm super excited to see her.
You guys are going fishing?
No, she is heavily pregnant, so we're gonna be doing.
You don't want to fish when you're pregnant, you see.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing very low energy activities, which, yeah.
Sure.
Well, don't play Guilty Gear then.
Yeah, because that'll get her too hyped and she'll go into labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also can't drink.
Did you read that story about that lady?
Can.
Did you read that story about that lady who went into labor playing Guilty Gear?
No.
Yeah, it didn't happen, so that's probably why.
So what I wanted to talk about is I met somebody who was genuinely excited for Stadia.
They exist.
Yeah, they're out there.
Oh, I haven't talked to anybody that's like super excited.
Yeah.
And
Greg Miller seems pretty psyched for it.
Yeah.
Wasn't
He's just an excitable fellow, though.
Yeah.
Isn't he getting paid to be excited?
No, he's getting paid to be loud. He just happens to be excited.
Yeah. So it kind of made me start thinking about like Stadia again. I know we've mentioned it in the past or talked about it some, and it's coming out in about 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just wanted to talk about it.
The only thing that excites me for Stadia is the entry point. Like, it's not super expensive to get their little bundle, you know, like it's pretty cheap.
It's $130.
Yeah, so
for
like
the founders pack, you get.
If you do it and it sucks, you're not out that much, you know.
Well, you get 3 months of pro service, a controller, and then you also get to gift 3 months of service to somebody else.
What I hate about Stadia already, and it's not even out, is that I often forget that it's Google, and nearly every time I get on YouTube, I'm reminded that it's Google because YouTube is Google. So I'm seeing a lot of fucking Stadia ads.
Yeah, I've definitely seen them too.
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, so
Stadia.
I do think that it's interesting that they're doing like a gift thing with their founders pack to gift someone else 3 months as well.
Yeah.
Instead of just getting 6 months.
It's smart of them because
it is smart.
They still have to enter their information in order to do that. And if they don't cancel, they're still going to be locked in.
Yeah.
And that's something you could easily forget about.
That's something I frequently forget about. Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Crunchyroll.
You know how long that Xbox Live Gold membership was active before I canceled it?
That's what I'm saying, man. So it's extremely smart of them. Yeah, we'll see.
So I want to know what. Like, I know there's like, oh, all you need is Chrome and an internet connection.
Yeah.
And just to throw some facts out there, to play Stadia at 720 with 60 frames per second, and in stereo it's 10 millibits per second.
Millibits?
Millibits. I've been megabits. I don't know where milli came from.
Yeah.
And then
the Stadia millipede.
Down for that game.
Yeah.
Or that service. And then for 1080 is 20 megabits per second, and then for 4K is 35 megabits per second.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's cool and all, but
we live in a big city. We have several internet service providers available to us. I pay for just under business class internet. And while these companies advertise that top speed, I don't frequently get that.
Nope.
no.
Yeah, that's why they say up to.
Yep.
Yeah, and the amount of times in my job where I have to talk about people's internet speeds, I'm gonna say that's not an uncommon occurrence.
Right.
No matter what city you live in. And even with my own internet service, I don't get that either. But also, since it is streaming games, it's not just that. You also are going to have to worry about latency or ping.
Very much so.
And that fluctuates all the time. And so I definitely, that makes me nervous, especially what we saw with Assassin's Creed in their beta. And
Oh, what happened?
it just performed poorly.
Really?
Like even at the conference they had it at,
Yeah.
there was like a lot of lag and buffering. And
So all the BCD at E3 was pretty good from what I've heard. That said, it was a very much controlled environment in Los Angeles. You know.
yeah, and then they were like put out statements basically that like they realized Assassin's Creed was not the best game to do it on because it's natively laggy.
Yeah.
Which is like, well, you probably should have thought of that if you're going to be showcasing your new like platform. I don't know what to call it. Like, I guess like.
I think platform's a good term.
I think that's the perfect game to showcase it natively laggy. Screw you. Like, what else are they going to show that's not that, you know, what could they show that's possibly better to show, right? If you show something like Tetris, no one's going to be impressed. You can't show a fighting game. You can't show a first-person shooter. Like, you have to show like a third-person action game, you know? That's the perfect game for them to show. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah. So I also have just like questions that I've been like trying to look up and I have not found any information. So if you're listening and you know this, hit me up because I want to know.
Yeah, you know who says that? Dr. Fraser Crane.
So obviously, like you're gonna have to have Chrome, but you can't. So my other questions is, what operating systems is it gonna be like really like compatible on? Because I doubt it's gonna be Windows 7 or like older like Mac.
You can get Chrome
systems.
on 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get Chrome on everything.
I just feel like that has to like have some sort of play as part of it to make it work successfully, even if you have the correct internet speeds.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say, right? Like, because your device is going to matter too, right? Because like, not all wireless cards are equal. Assuming that you're going wireless, right? Which a lot of people are going to.
I mean, some people
a lot of people want this. A lot of people want this for their phone or their tablet. Yeah, you know.
Which whatever.
I mean, that's how they're advertising it. That's how all their BCD was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And side note, I just remembered also with that one that 130 Founders Pack thing, you also get a Chromecast.
Ooh.
Cool.
Chromecast Ultra.
Yeah.
Cool. I have a Roku, so who cares?
So like, why not do one where it's like cheaper than that? Because a lot of people already have Chromecast.
Yeah.
No say. There probably will be more as it gets closer to the release date.
Yeah.
And then I also want to know what version of Chrome it has to be.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to know this information. I want to know how that's going to work for the systems that I have, and like what I should be expecting as far as service.
So you're planning, the language that you're using right now tells me that are you planning on buying into this early on?
Well, they do have it where you don't have to necessarily pay for the service, and they are going to have free games on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to try some of those and see what that service is like, and then I'll probably give it a short run of that, just because I think it's so interesting for the share aspect with YouTube.
Yeah,
and being able to pick up where the streamer's at, and I just really want to see what that's like and see how that works, because the idea of it is super interesting, and I really like it, like wanting to expand the community in that way, and I think it's really unique in that way. So it's unique in quite a few ways, but yeah, I'm definitely interested in it, and I want to see what it's like.
I think it's unique only in that way.
I think I've always thought that the concept of streaming streaming video games, I've always thought that as a concept and an idea, I think it's awesome. The only thing about it is that I have a lot of reservations about it, especially considering the company that's doing this. Go ahead, Tom.
The last episode that we talked about Stadia on, I brought up a website that's called Killed by Google.
Mm-hmm.
And it is an enormously long page of just a shit ton of projects that Google started and Google stopped.
And so that also leads into one of my reservations, is that like I'm paying for the I'm paying for the service, one. I'm also paying for the game, two.
Mm.
So I pay $60 for my video game. Google decides that it doesn't like where Stadia is going. Google kills Stadia, there goes my video game.
I mean, that's the case with literally anything.
Well,
you
I
know,
mean,
other
that's the
than a
case.
physical copy.
Well, no,
you
I mean,
know.
I know that's the case for literally everything, but like, yeah, that's the case with Sony. That could be the case with Sony, right? That could be the case with Microsoft, right? But there's not. I don't know that Sony or Microsoft have the track record of abandoning projects the way that Google does.
Sure.
And so it would be like, yeah, of course that's a concern in the back of my mind about Sony or Microsoft, right? But I also think that if that were to come to pass with Sony, then I probably have much bigger problems to worry about at that point.
Well, and it has come to pass with Sony in certain instances.
Sure.
But
Like if we're talking about like across the board, like all my games are just gone,
right.
then that I feel like that's a very much where Sony, where platform holders like Sony or Microsoft are concerned, that's like very much a doomsday scenario. Whereas where we're talking about Google, I feel based on their track record, that's a fairly likely scenario.
Well, they are having a free base level
Yeah.
of service.
Sure.
So like there are.
But what are you saying is it's not free though? Like in no way is it free, right? Because like, let's say there's a free trial, well, you still have to pay for the games. You know, let's say they'll probably have some free to play stuff on there. You know, okay, so I guess it's free then if you decide to invest $0 into any of those games. What I do think is incredibly smart is what you were saying today, is in that like you can try it for free. Pretty much anybody can try, not anybody, but most people can try it for free, right? Mm-hmm. There's going to be some sort of free trial. You don't have to use a Stadia controller. You can use any controller you have that's Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I mean, according to them, they haven't shown that yet, but that's what they're saying.
Stadia
or
controller.
any USB controllers.
You're right. This is what they're telling us, right? So if that's the case, then yeah, I'm going to try it day one. I'm not going to buy that thing day one. I'm not buying that controller.
Yeah.
You know, but I'll try it for sure.
So from what I understand about the Stadia controller is that it connects by Wi-Fi to the data center.
Yes.
So what kind of input latency would I see with that controller versus my DS4?
More, I would assume.
Yeah.
But
So
I mean, what Sinead's saying is right. Me saying Bluetooth is probably inaccurate. If you're using a DualShock, I'd assume you probably have to have it wired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but-
So either way,
they said when I was looking at it, like any HID USB controller
Yeah.
will.
I guess
work.
but if your controller is connecting through Wi-Fi, like that's going to introduce more lag.
Sure.
And they're not
Yeah.
going to have you wire your controller to your fucking router with a fucking Ethernet cable. Like it's not going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
So
What if they did?
that'd probably be smarter, honestly.
I mean, that's not a bad
It's
idea.
fucking dumb, but it'd probably be smarter.
Yeah.
It'd probably work better.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's funny to imagine a controller with an Ethernet port on it.
And here's the thing: is that just like I can't imagine a scenario where I'm at home playing Stadia, and someone that I live with is also watching Netflix, and everything is cool.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine that happening. Or like someone that I live with is playing PlayStation online, and I'm trying to play Stadia. I just can't imagine that happening.
I mean, I can definitely imagine it happening, just not yet. I
Well,
think
yeah, I
that's
guess
everybody's
that's
problem.
what I mean. I can't imagine that happening.
Not in the
And
United States, not yet. you
Yeah,
know?
in any time soon, because we don't even
Not
have.
unless you have Google Fiber.
And
It's like we said, right? Like streaming video games is not a new concept.
oh man, how shitty would that
you know?
be?
What?
Like if it only worked if it only worked ideally if you had Google Fiber.
I mean, Bandai Satellaview has been around since the mid '90s,
Uh-huh.
or had been around since it started in the mid '90s. You know, like this is not a new thing. But I just don't. I don't see it working. Not yet.
Yeah, and
I've you know, like I was an OnLive ambassador when my kids were still in diapers. That was a long time ago. You know, for OnLive, I subscribed to PlayStation Now day one with wired connections on both of these. With at that time the highest speed internets that we could get where we live, which is not some fucking rural area.
Mhm.
You know, and it's just it's never good. It's never good.
I just like and I'm not down on it because I don't want it to work. Like it doesn't like I would love for it to work. I would like it would be really cool if Stadia came out and it worked exactly as they said it would.
Yep.
That would be really awesome. I would love that. But I just if with the time frame of the launch of Stadia, I don't see that happening. And I see that and when I talk to people about Stadia, specifically in how I think it'll go when it comes out. Like you have the people who are like really, really excited about it. And then you have people who aren't necessarily detractors, but people who were skeptical because of they're just skeptical because of like maybe experience or because of, they're knowledgeable in like network technology and stuff like that. Right. And I think that the people who are really, really excited about Stadia are also going to be really disappointed, and that really sucks. But like, what are you gonna do?
And to be clear, like I am excited about it. Any new games technology, I'm excited about. But I just don't think it's going to work as advertised. I don't. I hope I'm wrong.
So this is it just the consistency of speeds when it comes to streaming games that you don't think it's going to work well, or do you think it's some of their features like the share feature with YouTube and stuff like that?
I think it's just my experience with streaming any content in the past. I still get buffering from time to time when streaming Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about input with that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And, well, you know what's a better example? I still get buffering sometimes when streaming YouTube, which is a Google property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And if they haven't been able to improve that in the time that YouTube has existed, I'm not saying it hasn't improved. It's improved, right? Yeah. But it's still there, and YouTube's existed for a long fucking time. And I don't have to worry about interacting with YouTube other than pushing play, or skip this ad. Like it's
it's hard for me to wrap my mind around the idea of like a racing game or a fighting game or a first-person shooter or any game like that performing well over the internet.
Well, and like people write off PlayStation Now, right? But like the acquisition of Gaikai was extremely, extremely expensive. Probably one of the most expensive acquisitions in video game history. They didn't do that for nothing. They put a lot of work into it. They put a lot of money into it, and it's not good.
Yeah. And so, like, I guess I don't... Like, I know the promises that I'm being made with Stadia, but I guess I don't fully understand how it'll be better. Like, how they'll make it better.
Yeah,
how it'll work.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, if they do it, I hope they have some kind of fucking magic and make this work. Like, I really do. But I just
and then you got Microsoft making the same promises, right? And I don't know what their whole thing is, but like I don't know if it's just because they have more money or what is going on with that, but like I want this stuff to work because I think it would be awesome. And like people decry the onset of the quote unquote all digital future or whatever, but like I mean, it's got to come eventually.
And you guys both know, like, I'm somebody who has embraced that.
Yeah.
I couldn't be more excited for something like this that would actually work well.
Yeah. And I think that there are a lot of arguments to be made as to why all digital would be a good thing. But at the same time, it's just like, I can't foresee in the near future games working as good or nearly as good that way as they would if I were just playing them locally.
Right.
It doesn't.
Well, what if you got that Chromecast Ultra though?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, I think everybody wants to make the next big thing where video games are concerned, right? Everybody wants to do make the next like revolutionary iteration on video game technology, which is fine, but like I think that like one of the things that could really, really kill you early on is like the idea of just over promising. And I think that Google, for the time frame that they've given, is severely over promising.
The last game I tried to stream was on PlayStation Now, and it was Enslaved Odyssey to the West, which is a last generation game.
Great game, by the way.
Running on current generation hardware, not that long ago.
Yeah. And
it did not go well. And that's not a game that requires precision inputs or incredibly good timing or anything like that.
Was that on PlayStation Now?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, what's going to happen? Like, when am I going to be able to stream my favorite genres, right? When am I going to be able to stream a fighting game?
Yeah.
When am I going to be able to stream a character action game? Like, there's no way I'd be playing Bayonetta on this shit. There's no way.
You could play Tetris 99 on it.
Could I?
Well, see,
I'd argue that I'd would not want to stream a Tetris game.
Yeah.
Like visually, I'm sure it would look fine, right? Which is why I said like that's not the game to show, because like nobody's impressed with falling blocks. You know, I am, but not a lot of people are.
But like that's
I
not
was
something.
like, Tommy, you're not knowing.
But
you're not gonna want to show that at like a conference where you're trying to sell your new fucking.
But
thing.
the input in a Tetris game is very important. It's why with Tetris Effect, like professional players prefer to play in VR because there's less latency in VR. You know, like,
and it just looks cooler. But also, isn't that like the whole thing too? Is that like, even with like we're talking about like online games, right? Like I think you can only play those online games with other Stadia players. And
probably,
and it's just like
not for sure.
I feel like it's pretty certain at this point, but I might be wrong.
I would be surprised if games like Minecraft did not have crossplay.
Yeah,
or Rocket League.
But
or
let's
whatever.
say that let's say they were like, right, we're bringing Mortal Kombat 11 to Stadia, right? I don't feel like I'm playing that with PS4 players. I don't feel like I'm playing that with Xbox players.
Fuck, did they say that they are?
They didn't. I'm just saying.
Really?
Like,
I thought they did.
I mean, maybe they did, but maybe I did. And
Yeah.
it's just a coincidence. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like if like my only option is other
I'm excited for this. Like, look, if Stadia comes out and Assassin's Creed works fine,
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a shit about Assassin's Creed.
Sure.
You know, no offense to anybody who loves it, more power to you. But like,
That's not.
when am I going to be able to play a game and it feel the same as me playing it anywhere else?
Maybe in the next 10 years.
know.
So
Maybe this year. We'll see.
We'll see, but I doubt it.
I have a list of games that have been announced for Stadia.
Give it to me, Shanae.
And I want to go through the list, and I just want to hear, do you think it's going to run well in it or not?
Okay.
Define well.
Yeah. What is
like
well?
the same?
Playable.
Playable.
Well, that's also.
What I
Like,
mean-
to a point where you can
I
enjoy
mean,
it, not to
okay.
a point where you're not just like, fuck this shit.
All right.
Sure.
Bound by Flame was playable.
I mean, was it though?
Emotionally and physically playable.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
Yes, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Marvel's Avengers,
I don't know what that game's
Yeah.
gonna be.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not sure.
seen too little of it.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could.
Once again, I've seen almost nothing on it.
Well, I mean, based
Well-
on what I know Baldur's Gate to be, then I think that'll be fine.
I don't think it would run Diablo well.
I don't think they're the same kind of game, though.
Not the same kind, but visually, I think they're just as demanding.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Borderlands 3.
No.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Borderlands doesn't demand very much.
The Crew 2.
No.
I have no idea because I don't know
No.
anything about those games. You know what? I'm going to say yeah, because racing games typically don't take that much to run. Like as far as power, like they typically...
Sure, but like that.
Like that's why they are showcases.
Yeah, but like at the same time, like
If you're getting lag a bunch, like,
Yeah.
you're not going to play race on that game.
that's like that. Like a half a second is a lot.
Yeah.
So, Darksiders Genesis.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Destiny,
No one cares.
Destiny 2.
Destiny, yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That game already has a bunch of fucking lag.
Yeah.
Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It has built-in lag as well.
Yeah.
Doom.
Nope.
No, absolutely not. How
Doom-
dare you?
Doom Eternal.
How
Nope.
dare you?
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
I don't know. What kind of game is that?
It's a
It's a
fighting
fighting
game,
game.
but it's like one of their weird-ass Budokai-ish fighting games.
Yeah.
Not a real fighting game. I don't know.
Elder
Maybe.
Scrolls Online.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Absolutely. No one will be there. Nobody will be playing it, but it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Looks like a fucking brick wall, so it's fine.
Farming Simulator
No, there's no way.
2019.
There's no
Absolutely
way.
not. Absolutely not.
Final Fantasy 17. Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it'd be all right.
I mean, it's
Fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Football Manager 2020.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what that is.
You manage a football team. It's a business.
In the year 2020.
It's a business simulator.
In the year 2020, when football still exists.
Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know I don't know anything about that game.
It's a tactical shooter.
I know.
So
I know what Ghost Recon is, but it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'll be okay.
I mean, you gave the Division 2.
Division has built in, like, if you're playing Division on PC or PS4 and you pull that trigger,
Yeah.
your shot doesn't come out immediately.
Yeah. So Ghost Recon is a kind of a different
Like
thing.
it's already
Gods and
bad.
Monsters.
I don't know what that is.
Goblin monsters.
Gods and Monsters.
Goblin monsters.
I'm not familiar with it either. Apparently it's a Ubisoft.
I like Goblin Monsters.
Apparently it's a Ubisoft Quebec game. Grid.
No.
They still
Wait,
making
which
Grid?
grid? Which grid? Did it just say grid?
It just says Grid.
So the first one?
That's really weird.
Or they're like
That game's like 10 years old.
Yeah. Next game, Cool Borders.
Just Dance 2020.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Just Dance. Like I've seen it. I know what it is, but I've never
I mean,
played it.
it's just a rhythm game.
I feel like-
Yeah, but input with motion, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you're
I
gonna
don't. I don't think it's gonna have motion. I think it's gonna probably be like clicking
you
and
get-
key.
be.
And
No,
No, it can't be. That's the
It'll
why.
have motion. You're
Yeah.
keys.
crazy.
I would just imagine that you would have the character do it, but okay.
No, the whole thing about Just
Yeah.
Dance is that you're
You
doing it.
dance.
That's how they sell it.
Just Dance, Shanae.
Yeah,
Not just click.
Dance. Metro Exodus.
just click.
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Maybe. I mean, it's a slower paced.
It's a good looking
FPS.
game though.
Mortal Kombat 11.
I knew it. Well, I didn't know it. I was pretty sure though. Yeah, that's not going to be easy.
Nah.
NBA 2K20.
I couldn't really say. I'm not familiar enough.
There's not much left. So Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Nope. No way. If we don't think Mortal Kombat would work, there's no way Battle for the Grid would work.
Rage 2.
I don't know.
Sure. That game's hideous.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Right.
Maybe I don't know.
I feel like probably. I think it'd be playable.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. Enslaved Odyssey of the West was playable, but God, did I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
You
Well, see,
know?
like when you were talking about that, I was thinking about how I was trying to get through the Uncharted games.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and so I had played
And
one.
then MotorStorm, too, is right.
Yeah,
Like,
so I played 1 and 2 on PS3 when they came out, but then I wanted to get through Uncharted 3 before 4 came out.
Yeah.
And I tried playing that on PlayStation Now, and I couldn't, because like that lag is so significant that it just made it just hard. And personally I don't think that Uncharted has the best shooting to begin with, and to couple that with like the lag is just
Samurai Showdown.
I think that would be easier to play than the other two fighting games you named, but I still don't think it would be good.
Yeah.
Thumper, which is a rhythm
Nope.
No, absolutely not.
I love Thumper.
Yeah, it's a good game.
game. Trials Rising.
Maybe. I mean, it's hard. Like Trials is about timing, but it's more so about finesse. It's hard to say.
Watch Dogs Legion.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the combat.
Yeah,
never
I think so.
seems
Yeah,
too
actually, I
crazy.
think Watch Dogs will be okay.
Wolfenstein Youngblood.
Wolfenstein.
I have not played that one, but what I know about modern era Wolfenstein, I don't think so.
That's the one that they're putting in all their ads too.
Well, man, I hope it works.
Yeah.
I do. Like I said, I hope Stadia works.
Well, the way you said it though made it sound like you didn't hope it works. You're like, I hope it works. You're like you.
Oh, I'm
You
sorry.
didn't make it sound that way.
Should I say it less sarcastically?
Yeah.
I hope it works. How's that? I mean, if it takes off, then great.
Yeah.
That'll we'll see better stuff like on that sort of platform in the near future because of that.
Sure.
I'm really skeptical.
Well, and here, even me saying like I hope that it takes off, and I hope that it works. Like, I say that not knowing what shady fucking things Google is probably going to do.
Sure.
I'm just saying.
For example,
the concept of streaming a
Still
video
your
game well, I hope that works. Do I specifically hope that Stadia works? I don't know.
well, I mean that's like the minimum expectation, right? That like it functions as promised.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't foresee that happening in the near future. And if it does, then I'll eat my fucking hat.
Well, let's set that bar real low, and let's hope that it is at least an improvement on previous streaming platforms.
Which I think it
has no reason not to be.
I think it will definitely be an improvement, but I also don't think that it'll be optimal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess we started.
It's not enough, Shanae.
All right.
like setting the and like we shouldn't have to.
I'm used to hearing that.
Like I don't want to. Sure. I mean, it sucks though. Like, as you say, set the bar low, and I know that you're saying it at least semi-ironically, but like at the same time, like, I mean there's something to that, right? Like we kind of like if you have to really really temper your expectations with this sort of thing.
But that's the thing, right? If I'm gonna do that, then I don't want it.
Then you might as well not even release
Yeah.
it, right? Like if I have to lower my expectations,
Then I'll stick to PlayStation and PC and whatever else, you know.
yeah, because like if I have to lower my expectation to enjoy this thing that you're asking me to pay for, then
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you any money.
Yeah.
Like
That said, it could potentially be, at least for the initial investment, the cheapest option, which is good for a lot of people.
yeah.
Because games are expensive.
I think that regardless of
Consoles are expensive.
So-
Even though they're cheaper than they've ever been.
right. Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you're just fucking some broke ass,
I mean, $60
and
is
you want to
still
play
$60.
some video
You know?
games,
Well, if you
This might
don't
be
buy
your
a
cheapest
$60
way.
game.
you know, this might be your cheapest way.
So
Or
yeah.
just steal them.
So game today is the one where I name character games and the characters they play, and then you got to guess the voice actors.
I'm
Sorry, that's the wrong one.
you either want one again.
I should have not have thrown that pin, but okay.
Oh, hey, it stopped it.
Cool, do it again.
I'm trying to find the game show music.
Dude, just push the one below it. Cool. I love that thing.
Here we go.
There we go.
There we go. All right, Sinead.
All right. Battlefield 1.
Wait, what are we? Wait. What are we playing?
Where I named the game and the character, and you got to name the voice actor.
Oh,
Okay.
god damn it. Okay.
Battlefield 1, the narrator.
I never played it.
Uncharted 4, Jameson.
I don't remember who Jameson is.
Last of Us, Henry. And I did not.
I know who Henry's the only one I know.
And I did not
one
put
was
the
Henry?
character, but Battlefield
Was he the one with
Hardline.
was he the one with the little brother?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I played some Hardline.
Oh yeah, Battlefield Bad Boys.
Hardline's hilarious. All that cocaine. I have no idea, Sinead.
Brandon Scott.
I don't know who that is.
And then because we've been talking about
Is that Adam Scott like his less talented brother?
No.
So he has
Brandon.
to do games.
No, I can show you what it looks like after this.
No feature films for you,
But,
Brandon.
I also did a lot from Mortal Kombat 11 later in this list. So,
Ronda Rousey.
so Mortal Kombat 11, Kano,
Hello, baby.
Ronda Rousey.
Batman, Enemy Within, Bane,
Hello, baby.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Rost,
Lance Henriksen.
Uncharted 4, Not,
Not?
Hmm?
Like N-O-T?
KNOT.
Not? There's a guy named Not in that game?
I played Fable Not Whole Island once.
So who voiced the main guy? Peter
Peter
Molyneux.
The Nukes,
Who?
JV Blanc.
Isn't that the guy from Gears of War 4?
No, that's the guy who played Joey on Friends.
Oh. Whoa.
No, that's Joey Lawrence, who played Joey on Blossom.
Oh, okay.
Red Dead 2, Trey, Mortal Kombat 2, Sub-Zero.
Mortal Kombat 2?
No, Mortal Kombat 11, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, damn.
Yeah.
I don't remember Sub-Zero saying anything.
I think Ed Boon did all the voices in that.
Batman Arkham series, Waylon Jones.
I don't know. That's
And-
Killer Croc.
Metro Exodus,
Artyom.
Sam.
No.
I don't know any of these, Sinead.
Yeah, these are hard.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Steve Bloom.
I know Steve Bloom. I didn't know he was Artyom.
And then
His Russian accent is offensive.
Well,
sorry, I thought I was trying to pick like people who were actually like had a lot of
It's okay, Shanae. You're doing good.
I did try to pick people who had a lot of video games instead of like just being in like 5 or so.
Yeah.
we're just not very good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know who we like, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of it.
Sandy. We'll be badass at this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where's
that's part of the
Sandy?
thing.
What's he doing?
Is education, edutainment.
Well, I don't remember any of the names you said,
Yeah.
except for Joey Lawrence.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man, the 2018 one. David.
Alan
Obadami.
Greer. What?
Obadami.
But
Oh, Mr. Negative?
And then Injustice 2, Atrocitus.
I don't know.
Mortal Kombat 11, Shao Kahn, and also Cyrex. And then Final Fantasy 15, he played Than.
I don't know.
Iki Amati.
We're going to have to cut all this out.
Yeah.
You're making us look like fucking
I
idiots.
know.
What the
again.
fuck, Shanae?
All right.
We bring you into this operation, and this is how you repay us?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Tom,
it's not the right one.
do the horror movie music.
I can't remember them.
It's a blue one. No, it's a blue one right there. Yeah. Now you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat 11 and 9, Johnny Cage.
Some white dude.
Yeah.
I mean, accurate. You are correct in that.
Clayton Barnes.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean Reno.
So Saints Row series, he played Josh Burke.
I don't know who that is.
Catherine, he played Todd Bozeman.
Okay.
You know who Todd Bozeman is, Tommy?
But I don't know who the voice actor is.
And then Aliens Colonial Marines, he played Private William.
No
Yeah,
one
you played
fucking
that.
played that.
You played
except
it.
for me.
It was a good game.
Yeah. Man, that thing. Man, how much you spend on that thing?
I think like $400.
Best $400 you ever spent.
No, I think like $600. Fuck.
I mean, you got the mornings you
Andrew
always wanted.
Bowen. Fine then. Let's throw a good, an easy one in there. Batman Arkham series, Harley Quinn.
I don't know. Oh, is that Tara Strong?
Yes.
Hey, yeah.
1 point for Ryan.
Points are meaningless. Give us the whiskey.
All right, that's all I got for you guys. I'll work on a better game next week.
I'll do the horror movie.
We got to use them so I remember where they're at. You know?
Yeah, sure.
What's this one?
Like what one?
Just push it, Shanae.
Say something fun. Oh, no. Now you fucked it up.
Oh gosh, it starts it over.
Yeah. I love that thing.
Yeah. Stadia. Play it,
Get hype.
I guess.
I mean, play it if you want. Like, I don't know. I want to see what all this shit looks like a decade from now. Because it'll probably
Like garbage.
Let's, if you're excited about it,
Be
let
ex-
us know and
yeah.
let us know why.
Yeah, be excited about it.
And
I hope you're not disappointed.
you never really did say your friend who is actually like down for this. Like, what are they excited about?
Yeah.
The whole concept of it. They've never played any
Video games.
They've never played like a streaming platform, and they really like the fact that they don't have to buy a console. And to be completely honest, I don't know if they own a console.
Yeah.
I think I mean, I know they own a Chromecast.
Okay. So they don't need the one that it comes with.
Yeah.
But I
Also-
want to say he does own.
Does this friend
An
work for
Xbox?
Google?
No, he does not.
Okay.
But yeah, no. I honestly, I know they have a computer, and I just don't know if they own any other console besides that.
Yeah.
And I think that might be some of the appeal to them is that they don't own a console.
Sure.
Yeah.
I get that.
But yeah. So that's all we really had about Stadia and our shitty game.
It wasn't shitty, Shanae. We just didn't know who the people were.
We got to learn things.
Yeah.
We got to
like,
experiment
you know who
with
Joey
noises.
Lawrence is?
Yeah. We learned the soundboard a little better.
Yeah.
So that's something.
It was an audible buffet for our audience.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sponsored by Audible.
That's not. Never mind.
Finish the show, Shanae.
You can find us on social media. You can find us on social media. You can hit us on Discord. But that's our show. And bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.
Fucking music.